Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Zand over here with another topic to discuss about Bleach. And in this topic, we're going to be talking about the FullBringers. You know, we really haven't been actually talking about the FullBringers throughout this whole entire series yet, because like throughout all the crazy shenanigans that's actually happening around, like throughout all the events and battles, especially Kenpachi's hype right now that's going on crazy. His Bankai and everything. But you just want to know, are the FullBringers going to come out and help out Ichigo in the game? So far we have only Yukio and Riruka actually help out with with Urahara. But you're wondering where are the rest of them? Like first let's start off with Chad. Chad right now he's helping Ichigo right now. And you know for sure that like in the upcoming chapters, they're actually gonna at least show Chad with at least like another ability with Ganju also coming out as well to like clear the whole palace out just for Ichigo, because like we just love that scene that he just came in and just you know he just came in and said, oh, you know what, let's just clear the way back for Ichigo, since Ichigo's already got a plate full already on his hands. Let's just help him out and just let's just clear the path for him. Just being all badass right there. And I'm like here thinking to myself, man, gotta get it up for Chad right there. You know, give it up for this mofo over here, doing it like a wild cowboy right there. But nonetheless, you're thinking about it. So Chad is probably gonna take out his fullbringer force against these giant monoliths like statues. And you're wondering like, damn, what could Chad's powers be? And that gives us a question. Like what is actually his actual fullbringer powers? And that raises a lot of questions. Since the fullbringers are going to really be helpful throughout this, the ending of this arc. And you're wondering like also, it, is Chad did Chad actually complete his fullbringer form too? Since they really wanted that specific, they just said he was training with all the members of the execution, but they never really showcased if Chad really like has like that full body armor thing that he's got going on there, and you're just wondering like, man, like let's just hold Chad at like Tita Kubo actually gives what's it called, Chad like a unsurprisingly power, or it actually showcases his actual fullbringer strength against the freaking Stern Readers, or at least just against these like giant statues, at least. But but that's just for Chad right there. That's just Chad and Ganju, that they're right there facing off against these people. And you're wondering like, shit, that's Ganju also was training as well. He was actually training the Fullbringers right now. Let's not forget about that. He was training with this, so we know he's like a comical character. He just manipulates sand. Yeah, he just does fire bombs. He does keto attacks. But we can't forget that he's also he's also one of the top heads of the Shiba clan. In the Bleach Society arcs, and you know that Ganju can't just be a weakling. And he's in the main party of Ichigo's. He was always in the main party of Ichigo, so you know that he's not going to be an entirely weak guy. I forgot. I don't even think he's like a Shinigami or anything. He was just like a regular soul, just fighting. If I remember correctly, even back in the Soul Society arc, he was just regularly fighting. And you're here wondering like, shoot, what can Ganju now come up with? Is it gonna be like Gaara, like controlling sand, manipulating it at will? Like unless Tirakubo does kind of like a joke kind of thing going on there, or using him as like kind of like a like it's like a just practical jokester right there. You're just trying to fight seriously, but at the same time, Chad is gonna be doing like all the heavy lifting. But let's just see how this might comically go. But that Chad's gonna actually like, beat majority of these characters, since like they're just trying to show him right now as like an OP kind of character for these statues, of course, just for moving statues, because only Chad can defeat rocks with movement, and these rocks are just no ordinary rocks. These rocks will pull you down to the ground. But knowing Ganju, like he'll probably have some tricks up his sleeve, or at least help Chad out right there. But moving on to another actually of the Fullbringers, if I remember correctly, Yukio. Yukio, I know, gotta admit, like he was already helping out right now with Urahara, so I know he's not really gonna be like not that useful, but I feel like he can be. Yukio can be. Yukio, I feel like he's got a like overwhelmingly powerful Fullbringer ability. You know, he can manipulate manipulate the spatial reality around you. You know, and I'm here wondering like, man, they could have used this guy against Bach. You know, they could have just used him to like trap him in an enclosed space. You know, and just like you, and then just like while he's contained there, at least when he's sleeping, at least bring him in here when he's sleeping, and then that'll be it. At least that's in my opinion. At least that'll be it with Soul Society. The Soul Society against the freaking Wanderek and Box main little guys. You know that's the way I'm seeing. But no, knowing Tita Kubo, he wants to make more money. He's gonna be like, no, let me just use him for a later event, or you know, just hold him off on the side, doing something else, just for the shenanigans. But you know, what can we say? You know, right now, Yukio is just on the side right now. But I feel like he should be one of the top priorities to help out Ichigo instead. He should be on the top, and that's what I love about his ability. It's pretty dope, you know. You gotta admit that Yukio's ability is one of those that he should have been on the top plate right there, helping Ichigo out on the front lines, taking down freaking Quincy's, getting a little bit of damage, maybe losing an eye while we're at it, you know. But no, he's on the side. But moving on, I believe the next one was Riruka. Riruka with her dollhouse ability, you know. And I'm here thinking, her abilities, yes, it can be helpful. Could turn everything into like smaller things, you know. With Gerald, yes, her ability would be perfect with Gerald. With Gerald's amazing miracle ability to increase, and then you bring in freaking Riruka into the fight with Zaraki right now. Boom, counterbalance. Zaraki slices, and she just makes him shorter. Zaraki slices, and Riruka makes him shorter. You know, boom, end the deal. You know, and then you can bring Yukio in there and enclose him so he can't escape. Hello. Come on, Tita Kubo. All of this, you know, like all this could have been done so in 1 second, but no. But of course, knowing Riruka, you know, she has to be on the opposite side because Uruhara had them both on the side. So I'm guessing they're just not gonna be useful in this fight. But their abilities are so strong. Why? Just why? That's not fair. It's not fair. But what can we do about it? Moving on, we're gonna go with Kugoji Ginjo. You know, and I'm here thinking, this guy, you know, there was not that much that like he could have done. I mean, he kind of almost has like this, almost like the same of Ichigo's powers, is like slicing, dicing. You know, just coming in, chop, 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 and that's it. But I know he can actually use some of the abilities of the other Fullbringers. So technically, he can be very useful. So you know, all he has to do is just go to where everybody else is at. Slice. Okay, I'm gonna use now your ability. Slice. Okay, I'm gonna use ability. So maybe he can be like another major key important character in this. So maybe all hope is not lost against Kugo Ginjo. So you know, there's still some hope for this guy. You know, I'm just throwing these ideas out right here because you know, like personally, Kugo Ginjo could I could see Tita Kubo doing this. Like literally, like when Ichigo's fighting Bach, and literally Ginjo's right here, and you know, it's like let me just use one of these abilities to help Ichigo out. Boom. Like probably like shorten him or trap him in the enclosed virtual reality, or just or using what was the other guy's name? What was the other guy's? Kiriko. Yes, or maybe Kiriko's time ability. You know, but that's for now. I'm guessing he's just gonna be in the dark for right now. But knowing how Tita Kubo's gonna do this, but you know that's one of my theories right now, that Kugo Ginjo could be using the other Fullbringers abilities in order to help out Ichigo. You know, against Bach. That way it'd be like the first substitute Shinigami and the last substitute Shinigami facing off together against Bach. Now that'd be an interesting battle right there. Tell me that's not an interesting battle. You know, of course, I could see like Tito Kubo using Kugo Jingo's Ginjo, I'm sorry, like while they're fighting, and then like Bach concentrates his attacks on him, and then like Ichigo's in like, oh crap, thank you for like giving me a wide open attack, slice, 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 and then wow, maybe that's how it's gonna end. But I don't know. But these are just my theories and opinions that might possibly be in the possible future chapters. But I think that would be kind of interesting to see, to be honest. But next we got but for Kutsawaya. Personally, in my opinion, Kiriko Kutsuzawa, my bad. Kiriko Kutsuzawa, whatever his name is in Japanese, can't really pronounce it that well. He has time manipulation ability. Maybe he could put some set timers on Bach, and actually force him to actually sleep, or maybe do his bidding. Because I know for sure that like then the flames can actually the flames of time, or whatever that thing was, can actually like help it concentrate on attacking Bach. But no, since I forgot, Bach is like the most overpowered character so far in the series right now. You can probably like stop time or something like that. But he'd be an interesting another interesting character that can help Ichigo's cause right there. I feel like the FullBringers, I'm telling you that these FullBringer powers, they're OP powers as hell, and they can help out Ichigo against fight against the FullBringers, or any of the scenarios that are happening right now. Like I'm telling you, like Izuru Kido right now, he's fighting Liel Barrio or something like that from what I remember in one of the previous chapters. And they haven't even still showcased Izuru's Bankai, and you're still wondering like maybe Giriko might come in and help him, and set timers, because I know this guy was like freaking powerful, freaking Quincy, and for Giriko helping Izuru Kira out, that'd be pretty interesting battle right there in itself, right there. With all these multiple like owls looking things that were Izuru Kira was just facing off against. I mean, come on, Kira's just gonna like afterwards be like, crap, I let one slip, slice me on the side, or like freaking he's gonna do the trumpet thing again that he does. Whereas I think like some of these guys some of these FullBringers are gonna help out, or at least spread them out across the battlefields. Personally, like I'm telling you, like I feel like the FullBringers will really help out in the cause against this freaking war that's going on. And because we never really got to see the full extent of their powers in actual battle. I mean, they were facing us against the Shinigami. The Shinigami were just like, oh, forget this, knock them out before you show any of your powers. But I mean, they're facing off against the Quincy, and the Quincy mostly focused was on, if I remember correctly, on the Shinigami. So they don't really have any data classified or any information on the execution members. So that's how I'm personally thinking that these FullBringers are gonna like at least help push forward in the war. And I could be wrong too. These guys can come in and they could be having their own agenda. Like, oh, let's take over Soul Society, and they could be the new villains. I could be wrong. Tito Kubo has a nice way of trolling us in like many aspects. But I mean, they were training with Ganju though. They were training with Ganju like in some room, if I remember. But so for sure they're gonna be at least helping out in the war. And this is my speculation, of course, that like I feel like they really are gonna come in and help in the war. But yeah, just like let me know in the comments section of what you guys think might be any possible solutions to this war, what the FullBringers can actually bring to the cause of this, and just like what Yatsuda Chad's powers are gonna be. What do you guys think? How his FullBringer full force would be? What do you guys think Giriko? Who do you guys think Giriko would actually fight, or who do you guys think Tsukashima will actually help and abide in the war? All these characters, they actually can like help out in so many cases, But drop it down in the comment section below. And this is Mr. Zen signing out.